Today's video, we're going to be checking out the new Diamond Select. This is the Gallery Justice League Wonder Woman statue. Fueled by his restored faith in humanity, inspired by Superman's selfless act, Bruce Wayne enlists the help of his newfound ally, Diana Prince, to face an even greater enemy. Together, Batman and Wonder Woman work quickly to find and recruit a team of metahumans to stand against this newly awakened threat. But despite the formation of this unprecedented league of heroes, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and the Flash, it may already be too late to save the planet from an assault of catastrophic proportions. This statue, this 9-inch scale PVC diorama of Wonder Woman, is based on her appearance in the feature film Justice League and was sculpted by Rocco Tartamello. Let's go ahead and figure out how tall the Wonder Woman statue stands. She's roughly about 6.5 inches, roughly 6.5 inches in height. To show you also how she stacks up compared to the Batman, here she is next to the Batman diorama statue, the gallery statue that we've already had a look at in the previous video. Scale-wise, I guess they are accurate to one another. Granted, both of them are in different drastic poses to one another, but I would think it's safe to say that they are accurately scaled to one another, which I guess would make sense because the plan of the 5 League members, which I think I last reviewed, the Batman, I forgot to mention Cyborg. So it's going to be Superman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So I guess it would be a total of 6 rather than the 5. But they're all supposed to be the same scale to one another. And I think they actually look quite good. Though, again, from different scenes, I think they look quite good on a shelf together. Unlike Batman's diorama scene was taken, I think, from Braxton Island. Here we have Wonder Woman from the beginning of the movie who stops the bomb threat. I think it was at a bank or a government branch. But you do have her in the sliding pose, sliding across this sort of concrete flooring. The plastic that I can gather was, as you can see there, the darker gray. And then they've wet brushed, or just kind of dry brushed, I suppose, a lighter shade of gray over top of it, just to give it that sense of texturing. That texturing carries its way all the way around the parameter of the base here, and it does look quite good. It's a nice backdrop to the very brighter colors that make up Wonder Woman's body and costume here. It's a really neat looking pose, a pose that only Diamond Select could have come up with, as I've not really seen this attempted with other companies releasing, like statues like this. Paint is otherwise pretty clean. I do have one little area right here. It looks almost as if the metallic blue paint was not fully applied, or it's chipped off. I don't think it's paint over top of it, although it could be wrong. The sculpt is pretty good, actually, on the skirt as well as the top area of her armor there. And again, there's the look at the boots. Boots are very nicely done. Not too bad on paint. A little bit of red has carried over here, I guess carry over from her boots themselves. But I have to admit that at least the coloring that they used is very nice. Very nice metallic coloring on the blue, and a metallic on the red, and of course on the top here. Wonder Woman's head sculpt is passable. I think it works actually better on certain angles like this, where it looks a little bit more like Gal Gadot than it does front on. I don't think I would necessarily say that the problem is the sculpt, rather than the almost swollenness of her face. Like the eyes, the nose, and the mouth work well, but I do feel like the head is maybe a little on the round side. If they had only kind of sloped in the areas of her cheeks, I think I would look a little bit more like her. It just looks a little on the round side, I have to admit. Paint, though, is really clean, though, on the face. They've added some additional kind of rouge, a little bit of more darker colors around the cheek area. And then, of course, she's got that around the shoulder area as well, the shoulder blade. The hair sculpt is nicely done, giving her a sense of flow as, of course, she slides her way across the floor. It's got a nice, like I said, body and flow to it. Doesn't have a whole lot of extra paint to it, relies only really on the darker black. It doesn't look like she's got any secondary washes or anything like that to it. In one of Wonder Woman's hands is her holding her sword. The sword is a little on the warp side, I have to admit, and I think a lot of that just could be chalked up to the fact that when getting it out of packaging, the packaging probably caused the warpage. So if this is overly a big concern for me, and I'm extremely anal when it comes to this, I may maybe heat it up a little bit and straighten the sword out just so it doesn't look as warped. And then, on the other hand, she does have her shield in tow. Not so much in tow, but the shield she's gripping with the one hand. And you can see it's been looped through the forearm area with the other strap. Nice rivets around the outer area of the shield on the inside. On the outside, you've got glorious color here of dark gray. And then you've got the gold, and then you've got the gray, and then you've got the gold. Texturing is done very nicely here as well, giving it the sense that it's been a forged out, hammered out shield. And if you look really closely, you can also make out that they've got the Amazonian scripture running around the outer area there as well. Paint is really where I think this statue succeeds with the, like I said, the metallic gold, the metallic blue, and the cranberry red that they've used for the top here really help this statue shine. I take nothing away, hopefully, from the gauntlets themselves, which I didn't really spend any time on, but the hands there sculpted with the silver of the gauntlets there and strapped to her arm. Like I said, paint is really where this statue excels on. I really wish, unfortunately, that the head sculpt was just a little bit better. It's close. It's close. I do think, though, it's a little on the round side, though. But I do give credit, and credit should be given, to Diamond Select for giving us a very creative, once again, way to display one of our favorite heroes from Justice League here. I really think at times that Diamond Select doesn't get as much credit as they deserve when it comes to their statue releases. For the galleries, just simply for the fact that it's a more affordable means and it's made of PVC plastic, don't let that be a deterrent as to why you wouldn't want to pick this up over, say, for example, the higher-end resin statue releases. It may be a little bit more affordable and lighter of its materials, but you can clearly see that Diamond Select thinks outside the box when it comes to the way that they can pose their figures. Some other companies may simply just have Wonder Woman standing in a museum pose with having shield and sword in hand. Diamond Select does something a little bit better. They're doing a little bit more creative ways of displaying the figures, and so far what I've seen with these characters, they're taking iconic characters and putting them in iconic poses. This is something we've seen Wonder Woman do on a couple of instances over Batman v Superman and Justice League, and of course Wonder Woman as well. Sliding across the floor, dispensing justice. And I think they've captured that quite well here in this gallery statue. I like the sculpt and the paint. Paint is very well executed. There's a few little points where the paint doesn't quite get what it's supposed to do, especially on the front of the skirt. Of all the places, it had to be on the front of the skirt and not on the back, but there's that little bit of silver. I'm going to see if I can try to touch that up with a color that's very close to the metallic blue that they use. The only thing, as I would say, is a slight detriment to this figure is the fact that the face sculpt, while I think it's very close to Gal Gadot, I do think it's a little on the round side. If they had only narrowed the face just a slight bit, this would be a home run hit. Don't let that, though, be a deterrent and a distraction away from wanting to pick this up for yourself. I would still highly recommend this piece. I think I like the Batman just a little bit more, but I really like what they've done here with the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. I've also managed to pick up the Aquaman statue, so we're going to have a look at that in the next video. Still haven't had a chance to find Cyborg and Flash and Superman. I don't think they're slated for release yet. They're probably going to be slated for the next quarter. So eventually when those get released as well, I'm going to want to pick those up because I really like these and I see the big potential that Diamond Select are doing with their statues. Thinking outside the box, if you will, going outside the realm of just simply museum posing, giving us something a little bit different. Today we were having a look at the new Diamond Select release of the Justice League Gallery Wonder Woman PVC diorama statue. If you guys want to pick this one up for yourself, you should be able to now find it at local comic book stores. As for videos, what can we say for videos? Well, if you haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, you know where this is going. Hit that little subscribe, you'll never miss a beat, because you'll also want to make sure you hit that bell notification, which they say is the best way to fix any problems with missing videos. I find there's still ways that you can probably miss out on the videos that I'm posting, because I post so much on this channel. 100% guarantee is the best thing I could suggest is head over to the main page as soon as you're finished this video, and scroll down the sections of videos, see if there's anything you may have missed along the way. You could go and hit the bell notification, but 100% guarantee the best way to fix that problem of missing videos is checking out the main page after this review is done. Like I said, guys, more videos are going to be coming your way. We're going to have a look at the Aquaman coming up, maybe in the next video. I'm not really sure. Play it by ear, but the Aquaman statue review will be coming your way as well, so stay tuned for that. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.